Hello and welcome. I'm thrilled that you're here today because what we're about to explore could change everything you thought you knew about your life. For a long time, I lived my life automatically simply reacting to every event, every situation, without truly taking charge. I remained stuck in the same place, achieving the same unimpressive results, because I never realized that life is actually a game with rules that, if you learn them, allow you to win. And today, I'm here to share those rules with you. Let's start with a profound concept that transformed my understanding, the idea of heaven and hell. You might have heard the saying that good people go to heaven and bad people go to hell. But what if I told you that heaven and hell are not places you go to after you die, but states of consciousness you live every single day? Your inner state, the beliefs that reside within your mind, determine whether you experience a life of bliss, the heaven on earth, or a life filled with suffering, the hell that seems to follow you around. Everything depends on your level of consciousness and how you interpret what happens to you. When you have a higher level of consciousness, you experience the heaven in everyday life. When your consciousness is trapped in low, negative patterns, you live in a self-imposed hell that continuously reproduces the same undesired outcomes. Every belief you hold emits a frequency, a unique wave that contributes to the overall vibration of your reality. Think of it this way. Your mind is like a radio, constantly broadcasting a signal. And just as a radio station can only pick up signals within a certain frequency, so too does your subconscious mind draw on experiences that match the frequency it emits. If you have unresolved traumas, negative beliefs, or unhealed blockages, those outdated programs continue to influence your life. Even if you deny them or tuck them away, they remain hidden under the rug, silently dictating your daily experiences. For many years, I went through life on autopilot, unaware that my subconscious was responsible for 95% of everything that happened to me. I would react to events without understanding that I was actually creating my reality with each thought and every emotion. I didn't know that every belief, every scar from the past, every unresolved trauma was like a tiny drop in a big bucket that ultimately determined whether I experienced heaven or hell on earth. And today, I want to help you understand that the key to creating a better life lies in consciously reprogramming those beliefs and changing the information stored in your subconscious mind. Let's talk about automatic living for a moment. Imagine going through your day as if you're merely a passenger on a runaway train, with each twist and turn dictated by old, outdated programming. This is what happens when you live without awareness. You simply react to each situation rather than creating your own outcomes. And because you're acting on autopilot, you end up with the same results over and over again. This is why you might feel trapped, as if nothing ever changes, no matter how hard you try. The reason is simple. You haven't learned the rules of the game yet. Life is not something that happens to you. It is something you create with every thought and choice you make. One of the most eye-opening realizations I had was when I began to understand the true essence of our beliefs. Everything we experience in our daily life, the quality of our relationships, our health, our financial situation, even the smallest details, is a reflection of the beliefs we have automated in our subconscious. These beliefs are formed early in life, often before the age of 7, based on everything we see, hear, and feel during those formative years. And if those early experiences were negative or limiting, then they create a lasting imprint that continues to govern our lives. You might not even remember all those experiences consciously, but their impact is still there. For example, if as a child you felt unloved or abandoned, you might have subconsciously programmed yourself to believe that you are unworthy of love. That belief then becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You go through life expecting rejection, which in turn attracts experiences that reinforce that very belief. And because those memories and beliefs are so deeply rooted, they continue to manifest, no matter how many times you try to ignore or suppress them. Instead of letting them dictate your destiny, the key is to bring them to the surface and heal them, consciously reprogramming your mind to no longer be ruled by pain. I remember a particular incident that illustrates this perfectly. Once, during a seemingly insignificant argument with my husband, a long-forgotten childhood memory suddenly resurfaced. It was a memory of feeling neglected, a feeling that I wasn't valued. Even though the argument itself was minor, the old wound was triggered, and I reacted with intense emotion, not because the situation warranted it, but because my deeper pain was still unresolved. That argument, which I initially brushed off as nothing more than a temporary outburst, actually revealed how much my unresolved childhood beliefs were still controlling me. It wasn't my husband who caused the emotional turmoil. It was that old, unhealed part of me that continued to live in the past, shaping my present in ways I didn't understand. Only when I took the time to truly confront that memory, to understand its impact, and then release it by reprogramming my subconscious, did I finally begin to experience real healing. Not only did the anger and hurt diminish, but my entire relationship became much healthier because I was no longer repeating the same old patterns. This concept of reprogramming your subconscious is essentially the art of transforming your inner world to create a new, desired outer reality. It all comes down to a process I call vibrational reprogramming. Every thought and emotion you have emits an electromagnetic frequency, a frequency that, over time, forms your unique signature. This signature acts like a magnet, attracting to you everything that vibrates at the same frequency. If your subconscious is loaded with negative, limiting beliefs like thoughts of unworthiness, fear, or despair, then your signature will attract experiences that mirror those very feelings. And so your reality remains unchanged, locked into a cycle of repetition. However, if you consciously choose to replace those old programs with new, empowering beliefs that resonate with your true desires, then you are essentially tuning your mind to a new frequency. And as you do this consistently, you begin to see profound shifts in your external world. One powerful method for achieving this change is through meditation combined with visualization and affirmations. Find a quiet place where you can comfortably relax without distractions. Close your eyes and take deep, slow breaths until you reach a state of calm. Now, visualize a particular negative belief or memory. Perhaps it's the memory of feeling unloved or the belief that you are not good enough. Observe it without judgment. Recognize the emotion attached to it, and then consciously decide to replace it. Imagine that negative memory dissolving like mist in the morning sun, and see in its place a bright, empowering image that represents love, self-worth, and infinite possibility. For example, if you've been carrying the belief that you are unworthy of love, visualize yourself surrounded by warmth, love, and acceptance. Repeat affirmations that reinforce this new belief. Say, I am worthy of infinite love. I attract loving and supportive relationships effortlessly, and I am cherished and valued just as I am. Repeat these affirmations deeply and feel them resonate within you. Over time, this practice will slowly overwrite the old, limiting data stored in your subconscious with new, positive programming. Another technique that can amplify this process is using auditory tools like the resonant melody. This is a specially crafted set of frequencies and guided affirmations that help align your vibrational state with the reality you desire. When you listen to these tones, they work on a deep subconscious level, helping your mind to accept and store the new, empowering information. It's like tuning your inner radio to a station of high vibrational energy where prosperity, love, and success are the only messages you receive. And once your mind is tuned to that station, you'll naturally start to see that frequency reflected in everything around you. Now, let's address another crucial aspect: the tendency to simply ignore or push away our negative beliefs and traumas. Many of us try to hide these painful memories, tucking them away under the rug so they don't interfere with our daily lives. But unless we confront and heal these wounds, they continue to emit negative frequencies that sabotage our progress. For instance, if you experienced a significant hurt during your childhood and you choose to bury that pain rather than heal it, it will resurface in various forms: relationships, work situations, even random triggers. The key to true transformation is not to deny these experiences, but to acknowledge them fully, process the associated emotions, and then consciously replace them with healing, positive insights. This is what I call transmutation, the process of converting negative energy into positive energy. When you transmute feelings like anger, hurt, or resentment, you are not feeding the negative cycle. Instead, you are breaking the chain and creating space for joy, forgiveness, and renewal. For example, think of a time when someone hurt you deeply. A natural impulse might be to hold on to the resentment and let it fester. But by consciously deciding to forgive, to let go of that pain, you are not excusing the behavior. Rather, you are choosing not to let that energy define your reality. Instead, that forgiveness becomes a powerful tool of transformation, clearing the way for healing and allowing you to attract experiences that resonate with love and compassion. Remember, when you hold on to negative emotions like anger or bitterness, they become like chains that bind you to a reality of continual conflict and suffering. Letting go, or transmuting those emotions, is the first step to freeing yourself from a life that no longer serves you. Another vital point is the concept of clarity. To effectively reprogram your subconscious, you must first know exactly what you want. It's not enough to vaguely desire change. You need a crystal clear vision of your ideal life, because without clarity, your subconscious has nothing specific to work toward. Ask yourself, what kind of relationships do I truly want? What does financial abundance look like for me? What state of mind do I want to cultivate? When you have that clarity, your mind can begin to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your true purpose. And as your consciousness expands, you begin to see that the conditions of your life are not merely happening by chance. They are being directly created by your beliefs and your focus. In my own life, I once went through a period where everything felt stagnant. No matter how hard I worked, no matter how much I tried to change, I seemed to be stuck with the same results. I was living automatically, reacting to everything around me without realizing that I was the one in the driver's seat. It wasn't until I started to consciously reprogram my mind and to truly understand that I was the creator of my own reality that things began to shift. I learned that by changing my internal programming, by consciously replacing those old, limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones, I could start to attract the life I truly desired. And this shift wasn't gradual. It happened rapidly once the change was made at the subconscious level. That's the transformative power of reprogramming your beliefs. Once you unlock that power, your entire world moves in a new direction. Now let's consider the idea of free will. When you begin to understand that your state of consciousness determines whether you experience heaven or hell on earth, you gain the ultimate freedom. You have the free will to choose which state you live in. If you opt to live in a state of high consciousness, an elevated state filled with gratitude, love, and abundance, you are choosing to experience a heaven on earth. Conversely, if you remain trapped in low-level emotions like fear, anger, and resentment, you are essentially choosing to live in a hell on earth. The beauty of this concept is that the choice is always yours. It's not about morality or punishment. It's about the energy you decide to cultivate within yourself. And since you are the ultimate creator of your reality, you have the power to change your life simply by making that choice consciously. Every single day. This understanding brings us to a critical point. Everything you experience is a direct outcome of your inner state. Every successful relationship, every financial opportunity, every instance of good health is a reflection of the energy you are emitting. And just as you can attract positive experiences by emitting high vibration energy, you can also attract negative experiences if you allow low vibration energy to dominate. In other words, every action you take creates a ripple in the universal field. What you send out comes back to you, magnified. This is the law of cause and effect at its most profound level, and it is a universal principle that remains constant regardless of our external circumstances. So, how do we begin to shift our inner state? It all starts with awareness. Become aware of the automatic patterns that govern your daily life. Notice how often you react to situations with old, familiar emotions. Notice how your beliefs, especially the ones you formed in childhood, continue to influence your choices, even if you are not consciously aware of them. This awareness is the first step in reprogramming, because you cannot change what you do not acknowledge. Next, it's time to take deliberate, conscious action to reprogram your mind. This is where practical tools and techniques come into play. Meditation is one of the most effective methods for accessing your subconscious mind. When you meditate, you quiet the chatter of your conscious mind and create space for the deeper, more powerful part of you to come forward. During these moments of stillness, use visualization to imagine the life you desire. See yourself living in abundance, surrounded by loving relationships, enjoying robust health, and experiencing financial prosperity. Allow these images to become as vivid as possible. Feel the emotions associated with them: joy, gratitude, confidence. These emotions are the key to reprogramming your subconscious because they serve as powerful signals to the universe. In addition to meditation, let your mind be open to new information. Read books, listen to inspirational audios, and surround yourself with positive influences that reinforce your new beliefs. I frequently use a tool I created called the Resonant Melody. This auditory tool is designed to help reprogram your subconscious by emitting frequencies that align with the reality you desire. By listening to these frequencies and engaging in guided affirmations, you train your mind to accept the positive information you're feeding it. Over time, these new inputs replace the old, limiting programs, and your overall vibrational state shifts. One of the most important aspects of this process is transmutation, the ability to transform negative emotions into positive energy. Many of us hold on to feelings of anger, sadness, and resentment because we're afraid to face them. But until you fully process these emotions and consciously choose to release them, they will continue to sabotage your progress. For instance, if someone wrongs you and you hold on to that anger, you are not hurting them, you are hurting yourself, because that negative energy remains within you, affecting your entire vibrational output. Learn to transmute those emotions. When you feel anger arising, acknowledge it without judgment, and then consciously replace it with forgiveness and compassion. Understand that forgiveness is not about excusing the wrong done to you. It is about freeing yourself from the weight of that negative energy so you can move forward with a clear, joyful heart. Another critical factor is the need for clarity regarding what you truly want. Sometimes you might have a vague idea of wanting a better life, more money, or more love, but without a concrete, clear vision, your subconscious mind has nothing specific to focus on. It's like trying to navigate without a map. Spend time defining what you want in every quarter of your life: your relationships, your career, your health, and your spiritual growth. When you have a clear picture, your mind can start to align with that image, and you begin to radiate the exact frequency needed to attract those outcomes. And if you're unsure of what you want, it can help to define what you don't want. Sometimes Knowing what to avoid is just as powerful as knowing what to pursue. As you start reprogramming your subconscious, you must also work to maintain that new state of being throughout your day. It's not enough to spend a few minutes in meditation or an hour with the resonant melody and then revert to old habits. Every moment, every thought, every emotion matters. Imagine that every positive thought you nurture is like laying a brick in a magnificent temple, the temple of your new life. Over time, as those bricks stack up, they create a foundation so solid that nothing can shake your new reality. This is why consistency is key. It is in the small, everyday moments when you choose gratitude instead of complaint, or positivity instead of doubt, that the magic truly happens. There will be challenges along the way. Old patterns are deeply ingrained and may resurface when you least expect them. You might find yourself slipping into anxious thoughts or negative emotions, even if only briefly. When that happens, don't feel discouraged. Recognize these moments as signposts, reminding you that the process of transformation is ongoing. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes to maintain your new programming. Every time you consciously catch yourself and return to a state of positive vibration, you strengthen your new neural pathways and reinforce your new beliefs. Your environment plays a vital role in this transformation as well. Everything around you, from the people you spend time with to the media you consume, feeds into your subconscious mind. To truly reprogram yourself, you must create an environment that supports your growth. Surround yourself with uplifting influences, inspirational books, motivational podcasts, people who encourage and uplift you. Remove or limit exposure to negative sources that reinforce old patterns, whether it's toxic relationships or negative news cycles. When your surroundings echo the positive energy you are cultivating within, the process becomes much smoother and more natural. Before you know it, you'll begin to see the tangible results of your inner work. You may notice a new opportunity at work, improved relationships, better health, or a sense of deep, unshakable inner peace that you never thought possible. These changes are proof that by consciously reprogramming your subconscious, by clearing away the old negative frequencies and replacing them with new, empowering ones, you are literally creating a new reality. Every positive vibration you send out attracts like energies back to you, and slowly but surely, the life you once only dreamed of becomes your everyday experience. In essence, this process is about taking back control of your destiny. It is the recognition that you are not a helpless victim of fate, but rather the master of your own life, capable of rewriting the script whenever you choose. Your beliefs, your emotions, your thoughts, they are not fixed. They are dynamic forces that you can consciously change at any time. And when you do, you unlock a supernatural power that propels you towards the life you truly deserve. I want you to understand that this journey of reprogramming is not merely an intellectual exercise. It is a complete shift that involves every part of your being, your mind, your body, your emotions, and even your spiritual self. It requires commitment, patience, and a willingness to face the things you've long tried to avoid. But trust me when I say that the rewards are beyond measure. Once you begin to live consciously, choosing to reprogram every limiting belief and negative emotion, you will experience a profound transformation. Your reality will start to change in ways you never imagined, and you will finally start to see that the life you desire is well within your reach. So, as we come to the end of this message, I want to leave you with a simple but powerful reminder. Your destiny is not predetermined. It is created every single day by the energy you choose to emit. Every thought, every feeling, every action is a chance to build the life of your dreams. The power to change it all lies within you, inside your subconscious mind, which, once reprogrammed, becomes your most trusted ally. Now is your time to act. Don't let another day pass by reacting automatically, and missing the chance to create the life you truly want. Instead, take charge. Embrace the process of vibrational reprogramming. Acknowledge those hidden beliefs and traumas, face them head-on, and then consciously replace them with new, positive narratives that align with your highest aspirations. Imagine, for a moment, what it would feel like to wake up every day with the unwavering belief that you are worthy of every blessing the universe can offer. Imagine a life where every situation, every relationship, and every opportunity appears effortlessly because you are tuned into the frequency of abundance, love, and prosperity. This is not a dream, it is a reality that you can create once you master the art of reprogramming your subconscious mind. Every positive thought you think is a step closer to that reality. Every moment you choose gratitude over complaint, every time you catch yourself shifting away from negativity, you are reinforcing the new programming that is already transforming your life. And as these transformations accumulate, you will notice that your world begins to mirror the highest version of yourself. Today, I invite you to begin this journey of transformation with unwavering dedication. Commit to reprogramming your subconscious mind. Learn to let go of your old beliefs, replace them with empowering ones, and watch as your natural vibration dramatically changes. You have the power to create a reality that is filled with love, success, financial abundance, and joy. The process may take time, but every single day you choose to invest in yourself brings you one step closer to the life you are meant to live. Remember, every challenge you encounter is an opportunity, a chance for you to harness your inner power and prove to yourself that you are capable of creating miracles. Allow your emotions, your thoughts, and your actions to all align in harmonious resonance with that empowered state. Do not fear the process. Embrace it. It is through this process that you unlock the door to your true potential. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey today. I hope this message has inspired you, given you clarity, and provided you with practical tools to reprogram your subconscious mind. Your beliefs create your reality, and you hold the power to change them at any time. The secret to a fulfilling, abundant life is already inside of you. Now is the time to activate that supernatural power and step into a future that you have always dreamed of. Take a deep breath, trust in your ability to transform, and let your new reality unfold before you. Your destiny is in your hands. All you need to do is reprogram your mind, align your thoughts with your heart, and watch as the universe responds with limitless abundance. Remember, every thought, every emotion, every action counts. Embrace your power, reprogram your life, and create the destiny you truly deserve. Thank you for watching, and here's to your extraordinary journey toward a life filled with love, abundance, and infinite possibility. Unlock your subconscious power today and transform your reality, because the power to change your life is all within you.